Okay. Here we go. Restart. It is much easier. Maybe. Okay. There we go. It is much easier to restart on Restream than StreamYard. I give that. You just have to freaking click start again and don't even have to type everything all out again. Okay. Wiener! I didn't see. I'm not doing my intro. I can't do my intro over here either. I mean, I don't think so, anyways. Okay, so there are video clips here. I don't know how to do that on Restream, though. Yes, we're back. And it's much simpler to just restart here on Restream than it is StreamYard. Uncle Blue Eyes. Who's Uncle Blue Eyes? Sorry, I'm reading comments over on Killer Looks. Did you guys watch Killer Looks' new video about the one that's called He's saying it's all made up. Oh gosh. So let me see what you guys are saying. I got into reading the comments over there on Killer Looks. Talked about a lot. I didn't understand it all. I want to know what you thought. I made that comment on there to be funny, so you just because feel. What comment is that? Yeah, he's saying that was Andy B says that he didn't say that Green Eyes is making it up, but according to Green Eyes, CSI has it recorded, and it's on her channel somewhere. I don't know about him saying it was his uncle driving. So about P working for Duke Energy. He said, "Why has Andy changed his story?" I know he's changed. He's changed it several. He has changed it several times about the vehicle thing. He says it was a different day, is what he said. He said it wasn't him. Now we've heard two uncle stories. We heard it was his. He was trying to say it was Fred's dad. And then John is also his uncle. So we've heard two uncle stories about supposedly it being his uncle. We know definitely it was not Fred's dad because he was not in good health and driving at that time. But he's also said he tried to act like it didn't happen at all. And then gosh, what is all that? I can't keep them all straight. There's so, yeah. Now, Green Eyes, I've seen him like up. He used to have his picture up on his Facebook, the very, very, very beginning, and I might have it somewhere. I've looked. I don't know. I know exactly what he looks like. He's also from the East Coast, like North Carolina, South Carolina. I know he's gonna get mad at me for saying that, but at least that's what the license plates said in his pictures, like in pictures that he had. None of this is up there on his Facebook anymore. I don't even know if he has Facebook anymore. But he's younger than me. Green Eyes is yeah. If it was Jim, I mean, he's still coming around, so I guess it's Jim's spirit then. Isn't Pete the guy that walked JLR through the woods? Yeah, that's not Pete, but Pete is his dad. Pete is the dad of Brandon, the one that was walking JLR through the woods. Yeah, I'll tell you if it's him, Lisa. I know he's very distinguishable. Like he has a unique look. So Yeah, that's Brandon, but Pete is Brandon's dad. But yeah, he's okay. So what other things has Andy said? He said it wasn't him. It was his uncle. It was a different day. Uh, all kinds of freaking things. Looks like PG up to her stalling the disappearings. She did the same thing. Yep. Yes, I'm glad you remember that, Annie. Remember when we were constantly like, I need to find that. It will take forever because I did so bad about labeling my videos and stuff back in the day. But yeah, I mean, there was every day there for several days. I'm like, we're like, you promised everybody this. People were giving me a hard time. Like, I'm like, I don't know, and so I had to call her out on my panel because people thinking I was a part of it and stuff. And I'm like, PG, you promised people this stuff forever. PG seemed pissed at Laura last night. Oh, interesting. It's probably because I'm guessing Laura probably is like, will you stop? She's annoyed because my guess is Fred reached out to her, Laura, a couple days ago and wasn't happy because he's like, why are you, thinking that she's telling all these lies and stuff? And Laura was like, I didn't say that. And she was like, better or no, I would say that. Now, there are things that she has said that's not true, but a lot of the stuff that PG's saying that there's no evidence of is so not true when completely made up. And my guess, I would bet anything that Laura asked PG to stop. Now she says Fred and Laura did it. What is wrong with her? Right, Tanya? So the blue van thing, guys, there is something that came up today when I was talking to Fred, and I'm afraid to say it because I know it's going to cause all kinds of fucking bullshit. Oh, what about when she played that machinery? Didn't acted like that was. She's like, well, don't you think that's suspicious? I mean, after days and days of her promising people stuff, then she comes out and we play this big clip, and it's like machinery, and that's it. It was no talking. You could just hear machines in the background, like a sander or something like that, or a saw or something. So, is there somebody who drives a blue van around Allie? I know Allie's gone now, but so you guys know how so me and Fred were talking today, and this blue van has come up, I guess. I don't even know where it's came from, or I don't know exactly. But Fred was talking, and he was talking about how law enforcement had people on that road on Ben Hill Road go over photos. It wasn't just Fred. It wasn't just Fred. There's others on that road that were asked to identify people in pictures who were on that road that day. Well, there was a blue van that Fred was asked to. He didn't know who the person was at the time. Now, after he has seen this person, now he's like, when the police asked him, he didn't know who it was. He says that, well, I don't know if he's listening right now because I'm trying to get this right. I don't want to freaking repeat this wrong. And also, Allie and them were going up to the Wells after Summer went missing and partying up there, including Grand Bun was going up there, which is weird because they weren't supposed to be cool. But anyways, there was a mixed girl in the passenger seat of the blue van, according to Fred, and that's all I'm going to say. How about that? And he didn't recognize who she was at the time. And this was the day of the 15th. I don't care if people don't want to believe it. Just, you do with it whatever you want. And that, I just found, and that's like, kind of like freaking me out a little bit. Yes, Sheba. So, and this would have been before Summer went missing, like that afternoon. And Fred wondered, were they there to pick up Hunter? Just a theory. That's a theory, though. We don't know if Hunter was actually there or what that blue van was doing out there. But at the time, he didn't know who those people were. But now, and he had totally, there's so much freaking shit, so much stuff like to remember. That's what it was about. Blue van being Allie's group, possibly BIPOC lady. Who's BIPOC? Does True's boyfriend drive a blue van? I don't know who it is who possibly True could have been a passenger of. I don't know if there's somebody here who has a close relationship with. I don't know, though. That's something that would be. I mean, maybe Fred's wrong, and maybe, you know what I mean? Like, as far as like who it is, but it was a mixed girl and he didn't know who, and now he says, now he's like, that was True. But there was many pictures that people were shown out there, and they were just asked to identify him. Fred didn't know who the blue van was. All you could see was the passenger. So I don't know what to think about that. I'm like wondering, could he like, but it is like interesting. It makes you wonder because of Candace being with H that day and stuff, and a lot of people like thinking that H was actually up on the hill that day. If that is true, that is like, yeah, that's big. And it makes you, why would they lie? And Fred said I said it was, he goes, it's a lie that they weren't friends after all that, after Summer went missing, because he said after the police and stuff had cleared up everything out there, like when there was no cars thing out there, that that he saw Grand Bun going up to, or coming out. He said he didn't see her going in, but he'd see them coming out, and he recognized the grandma. Yeah, Candace supposedly did talk about a blue van. Always thought the fight between Allie and Candace was a lie and that Allie knew or was involved. That's it. Hey, I never even thought of that, but that is a very good theory, actually. That's, isn't H's girlfriend mixed race? Yeah, but I don't think they were there. They weren't together when Summer went missing. Didn't JASB say it's a relative of monsters of a color? I'm not sure about that. Well, that's why I'm saying maybe, possibly, like with that one, he could have, like, he could, because he doesn't know True, like he would know Andy. And plus, so I'm trying to think all possibilities here, about that. But I've always been suspicious of what Allie would know. Luminous is having a hard time finding our new live. Hopefully there's nobody else that's. This video is gone too. Huh? Nobody missed anything. I accidentally showed, I was showing a transaction on my PayPal where somebody reversed their birthday gift to me from March 2nd. My birthday was all the way back in March 2nd. 3 months later, I'm getting a notification that my PayPal balance is now negative and that somebody has claimed an unauthorized charge dated March 2nd. Like, oh my God. Yeah, somebody suggested, and it wasn't like the worst suggestion really, because it is true. People make huge deals out of nothing. And plus some people are very private. I don't want to put anybody's real name out there. Like, contrary to popular belief, I really don't care. Now, PG, I am curious at who she is because of all of the havoc and the stuff that's gone on surrounding her and how she came here and all that. And I always have. It's not something that's just appeared now. I just have always been curious, but I just didn't care enough to really look too much. I mean, I have before early on, but yeah. Yeah, so I hurried and deleted that live, and it was the same title as this and everything. Your messages are sending. How did H get with his girlfriend? He get picked up or dropped off? Right? What if H was driving? I don't know. That's a lot of people. If that's true, that's a lot of people that know something about Summer, you know? And if H or True do know something, you know, and they were minors, so if I were them, I would be talking because, you know, they might be afraid of getting in trouble or something, but they were minors, and I'm sure it would be less severe for them. Probably nothing if they would come out and just say what they witnessed or whatever. That's what people say, that she showed her face on accident. Everybody keeps saying that. And I think I remember the incident people are talking about. One time she had her camera on, but it was very, very dark. I don't remember ever seeing her face. Does anyone know what Uncle John drives? Yes, he does drive a van. He does drive a van. Now that I don't know if he drives a blue van though. Fred was just telling me that. Hold on, let me ask him and see if. That's right, because somebody was thinking, because Fred was telling me how that John guy is real particular about his car, and he won't drive anybody else's car, because he was telling me that because Andy was trying, you know, what Green Eyes had said, that Andy had tried to say it was John, his Uncle John, driving the vehicle. Well, John won't drive anybody. Andy's vehicles are always like really trashed, and I guess for some reason John's like real like picky about that kind of stuff, and he does have a van. He's real particular too about his van and all that. Let me ask Fred. Does John? I think actually it was. I'm afraid to say for sure, but because he goes, Fred's like, there's only 3 people that I know of with the blue van. That's what he said. He's like, my sister, which that's weird that, okay, his sister, I was just thinking of something, but anyways, he said the other person was, he saw that blue van that the law had, because this whole blue van thing made Fred think about that the law did show him a picture of somebody in a blue van, and he didn't know who they were. And now he's like, that was true. Who was in the passenger side? And then the other one, I think might be John's. I'm waiting to hear back. I know he doesn't feel good today, so. Look, the chat summary right now. It says the chat primarily centers around the drama between Luminous, Pearl Strand, PG, and others. Dang it, where'd it go? Gosh darn it. And others. They are discussing the situation with Allie and Summer, PG showing her face accidentally, and the tension between Luminous and PG. Okay, he said, no, John's van's a big brown van. A brown van. A big brown Chevy van. I took a screenshot of that, Luminous. I'm going to send it to you because it's funny. I know which sister. Okay, which sister has a blue van? Actually, not the crazy sister, the other sister. So that's why it was weird. I was just reading a comment by Crazy Crystal and under Killer's video, and she's talking about Fred's sister, just this long paragraph, like she just freaking knows everything, right? It's like, wait, it's not actually the crazy sister that has a blue van, so is Crazy Crystal talking to Fred's other sister? I doubt it because she is very, very like to herself, kind of like Fred in a way. What time does Fred think that? Um, well, it was a picture he was shown, so he wouldn't know the time exactly, but it was before Summer went missing because that's who they were showing pictures of to the residents out there, asking them if they recognize, who was in this picture, who was in that picture, who's this, and one of them was a blue van, so I don't think he would know exactly what time because the time would be on the picture. He would have to remember, and they were shown like several pictures. Uh-oh. Why, what's going on with between Lips and gosh, everybody's having a hard time. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Everybody is trying to click the old link and that I sent them, and they're like, it says it was removed. She's going to sue Lips. Right. You know what? They remind me. I'm sorry. And I know, Lips, I don't mean to offend you because I know how offensive it can sound considering who it what is, but they are very, very much like alike, but very much alike. They almost seem like the same person, except Crystal is just way more horrible. Yeah, I doubt Lips and Candace are friends after, I mean, Candace or Lips put out their conversations and stuff, and it was obvious that Candace didn't know she was being recorded because it was like Lips was using another device or something to record what she was doing, and it was just horrible quality. But we live and we learn. I know she is. She's just moving from one to the next. It would be entertaining if we could watch a battle in court between Lips and Crystal. Okay, so Fred said it wasn't on his camera that caught, because you gotta remember Fred's way further down in the holler than some of these others, and where they were on camera, this blue van, it wasn't Fred's camera, it was one of the others. So he said it wasn't on my camera, it was on I'm not gonna say the person's name, it was on blank, or I would know the time. So that's true. So it wasn't Fred's trail cams that caught that photo. Really, because Fred's back there. Linda. Oh, you mean Lips is gonna own everything? Oh gosh. Hey, Crystal, she does do a lot of stuff that is suable. On Judge Judy. Oh yeah, Judge Judy, or yeah, one of those type shows. Hilarious. Linda is suing Crystal. Who's Linda? Linda. There's Judy. There's Jenny too. Oh, Post-it note. So everybody should go take Lisa Kay's little quiz here, or little poll. But it's true. She says, I'm having trouble understanding why Jinkies has PG on her panel, telling lies after all the nasty things she's been saying about Jinkies lately. You know, the farting in a box and sending it to Jinkies, among other stuff. What the fuck is going on? And PG has promised to go live the next night with Laura's phone call 3 times and still hasn't. And now she's on another panel and talking about Laura and how deluded she is and doesn't know what's going on. I thought Laura was her friend. She's using Laura to get back at Ziggy. Prove me wrong. Wow. That is really freaking disgusting if that's true. If she was on there talking bad about Laura last night. Wow. What, you didn't like the information? You didn't like Laura's response to what you were doing? You were expecting her to be okay with you sitting there and just putting out a bunch of lies because it looked bad on me or Fred? What she doesn't understand, she's causing a lot of issues for Laura too, and a lot of unnecessary drama she doesn't want to freaking deal with. I mean, think about the people that's probably messaging Laura, annoying her about this shit. She's so tired of it. But, you know, she made a mistake in talking to PG, and I'm sure she's learned her lesson. But I think it's pretty gross that she tries to, like, disguise it as if she's helping her, and then now wants to act like she's delusional after she, you know, spent all this time trying to get money for her and all this. She's been editing all the recordings. That's somebody. I died laughing because somebody messaged me and said she hasn't gone live yet with the audio because there's a lot of audio that she has to go through and manipulate. She says 10 hours of calls is what I hear. She claims she has. I guarantee she does not have even a fourth of that much. I guarantee it. Laura does not talk on the phone like that. It's hard to catch her on the phone. That is not true. The recordings were edited. Are you serious? Mama T was in the hospital. Yeah, when her subscribers, right, Pearl Strand. Wow. 2 years, 7 months, 17 days. Huh. I can't see the chat. Why was it look like? I had to find. Yeah, I know. I have the same sticker for everybody. I guess I could switch it up. Maybe I could do like, I don't know. Sometimes you could hear Laura exhale like she was irritated with her. My email is youtubeziggy@outlook.com. Hold on. Right here. I wonder, Annie, remember when PG used to come on my channel and she would secretly have Benny on the phone for some odd reason? You remember that time when she got busted out like by us because we were like, who is that? And we're like, and she got totally caught red-handed. I thought last night Andy gave more info than before, like saying, I don't remember. Oh, really? 17-year-old missing in Churchill. Oh, it's a guy. Caden Hatley. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office asking for help finding a missing teen. It said that 17-year-old Caden Hatley was last seen in Churchill on June 5th. That was 5 days ago. Hatley is described as being 6'1" and 156 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Hold on. That's a funny comment, Rhonda, and very true. So I don't understand the delay. I guess because he's 17, maybe that's why it took so long. PG said she built my channel. I don't know what you mean, Rhonda, on that one. The last one you sent me. No, what is it? Pay the background of what? I am not an observant person. She's wearing a begging suit, but she's a beautiful soul. Oh yeah, I haven't watched her since either. I still have nightmares. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody just sent me a screenshot of Andy on her panel. What the what? Oh, really? We'll have to find. Hold on, I'll pull it up. I was kind of wondering the same thing. It does look like the background of where Jody Sue used to do her. So that means he's up on. That's weird. You're right. Because I saw that and I was thinking the same thing, but I hold on. I was like, is that what she means? Hold on, let me download it. That does look like Jody Sue's background at the beginning. It does, but I'm trying to think where that would be if it was that would if that is true. That means that he would be staying in the camper, which is odd. That would be freaking weird, but because that's the only other. Juniper, you accidentally text me. You accidentally text me when it was meant for somebody else, I believe. Oh, thank you, Giselle. Juniper. Yay! Hey, just Annabelle, sassy, crafting. Oh my gosh. Juniper texted me and asked me to get if I could get lemons at the store. I said, sure, why not? And she goes, oh shit, he's driving back from the store. I guess I'm not getting my lemons. Because she's afraid. Yes, exactly. And she knows now she's bit off more than she can chew. But that is the freaking background of, you are right. That is exactly, we need to find, let me think here. Do we have old Jody Sue? Anybody that can find, like, you remember her old videos that have where she's sitting in front of blinds like this, the same type of lighting and everything. We need to see if that, does anybody have something handy to compare it to? Thank you so much, Giselle. What? Around the time of the fundraiser, she had that background. So that would be the camper. Why would he be staying at the camper? I need a double. Oh, it might just look similar. It could be nothing. That sure does look a lot like. Let me see if I have any. Let's pull up my Jody Sue file. Mm. Mm. He gave me lemons too.
Whole goddamn pistol. It was all I could do. Goddamn. Not to explode. I wanted to get my fucking car right then and there. Drive down the couple hours it takes. Turn it. Goddamn. Not to explode. I wanted to get my fucking car right then and there.
A killer? Holy crap.
A couple hours it takes. Turn it. Goddamn. Not to explode. I wanted to get my
Eek! I'm sorry about that. I was playing videos of Jody Sue's. I was trying to see if I could find one where she has that background. Okay, well, that does look similar. Let me see if any. It's similar, but I don't think it. I don't. It's yeah. It's not. It's not the same. But it does. It does look very similar. See, look. I remember after Summer went missing, Andy left them about 2 months. Andy was going over at that camper of Jace's. Oh, really? Yeah, campers do look alike. And I doubt, I mean, that would be crazy of Andy to go live. You know what I mean? He would probably just turn off his camera because look, that would be too obvious. But campers do look similar, and that is true. I think that he is staying at a camper. Still your pot of gold. Oh my God, Val. That is. She has over the window. Yeah, it's different. It did look the same though, with the lighting and everything, and Nightmare Before Christmas. My stomach is freaking growling. I need to probably do something about I'm gonna have to go probably here in a little bit. Um Hey Fonda. Are you sure he was going over to the camper? Wow. Field target. Thank you for sending that. That is let's check this out. WJHL. Um Here we go. I haven't seen this yet, so they feel targeted by authorities. Well, good. Good. I can't, it won't let me. Okay, so so when you guys send me stuff through Messenger, because of, I don't understand it, but it won't let me open it because of I'm logged, I can't log into my Facebook on my computer because it's trying to send me or on my phone because it's trying to send me a code to my old phone number, or it's just a pain. I don't remember my password. So I can't, let me see. If I do it on my computer, I might be able to though. What the? Feel targeted by authorities. I think that's freaking, to me, I'm glad they feel that way. That means authorities are looking into them, right? Here we go.
3 years since the disappearance of then 5-year-old Summer Wells from her Hawkins County home.
The night she was reported missing, authorities said Summer was last seen walking from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community. Hours later, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation would issue an endangered child alert for her. That would later turn into an Amber Alert.
To this day, law enforcement still has not located Summer Wells and are not any closer to finding her. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels spoke with Summer's parents.
We have pushed investigators for months to learn about new details or updates in this case. What we do know is that her family continues their search to bring Summer home. I spoke with both Dawn and Candace Wells in Kingsport at a place with deep meaning to Summer's disappearance. Borden Park is anything but quiet this time of year. But 3 years ago, it was filled almost weekly with people praying for Summer Wells.
I see all these families, you know, with their kids and how much they enjoy them and stuff, and we were stripped away from all our kids. All our kids have been kidnapped from us by DCS, and who knows, we're not sure about Summer, but we know about where our boys are at.
While the prayer vigil,
you freaking called DCS on yourself during a fucking crack binge because you were freaking paranoid out of your mind on crack. Do you not remember? You know, it was during that time you were being the crack fairy. So everything's everybody else's fault, Donald.
are now few and far between. Dawn and Candace Wells haven't stopped praying that their daughter Summer will be found.
We have hope, always. I mean, but there's not much hope in this world. It's like, you know, we have to trust God that there's hope in eternal life in heaven.
Summer was reported missing on June the 15th of 2021.
We know that she was taken off our property, and we know she was taken away in a vehicle, or they would have found her in the area if she was somewhere in the area. But who's responsible for her?
You.
We don't know.
I asked Dawn and Candace when was the last time they heard from investigators.
We haven't lately at all. It's been a while. Over a year, I think. I haven't talked to
a year?
Law enforcement at all. I tried to talk to the FBI agent about it, but that didn't go anywhere.
Don says he feels that he and his wife Candace were targeted by the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office.
They intimidated us, they belittled us, and done everything they could amidst all the chaos, and then the CPS was there doing the same thing.
When asked about how he thinks about Summer's disappearance 3 years later, Don spoke about a Department of Children's Services investigation.
They said somebody had called and said that we was giving our kids loaded guns to play with, and so they closed the case June 14th, which is something CPS does not do. They don't just close cases. So it's really odd and mystifying why they closed the case June 14th, and then 24 hours later, Summer's gone.
Summer's mother, Candace, sat in for part of our interview, but got up after a few questions.
She was going to try, but her emotions are just too much.
The last update in the Summer Wells case from law enforcement was an age-progressed photo released in June of last year. This image was released by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. That number is right there.
Well, okay. I was over a year. Wow. That's discouraging, right? Yeah, how do you go over a year without asking for info? Exactly. The only thing they care about is not getting caught. Exactly. As far as who is responsible, we don't know. They do know exactly where she's at. Anyways, I don't know what to. Yeah, Ansley's lost a lot of weight.
About new details or updates in this case. What we do know is that her family continues their search to bring Summer home. I spoke with both Dawn and Candace Wells in Kingsport at a place with deep meaning to Summer's disappearance. Borden Park is anything but quiet this time of year. But 3 years ago, it was filled almost weekly with people praying for Summer Wells.
I see all these families, with their kids and how much they enjoy them and stuff, and we were stripped away from all our kids. All our kids have been kidnapped from us by DCS, and who knows, we're not sure about Summer, but we know about where our boys are at.
While the prayer vigils are now few and far between, Dawn and Candace Wells haven't stopped praying that their daughter Summer will be found.
We have hope. Always, but there's not much hope in this world. We have to trust God that there's hope in eternal life in heaven.
Summer was reported missing on June the 15th of 2021.
He wants to believe that there's life, eternal life in heaven, because he probably knows what happened to Summer. And he probably is like, well, we'll get to see her in the resurrection anyways. So, if I just pray away my sins and ask for forgiveness, no, I was sent it by I don't think you sent it to me. I was sent it to somebody else. I don't know if they want me to say their name, so. Yeah, we didn't hear, only asked a few questions. They didn't even have her one time answering any questions. Does anyone know if Gary Simpson, the uncle who kidnapped Carly Trent, is related to Roy Cotton Simpson? That's a good question. Exactly. And it was because of Summer. I mean, at the very least, Summer saved her brothers. Yeah. Yeah, the monster who took her. They found the person that was responsible for Madeleine McCann. I thought that they thought that I thought the parents were, the deception detective is convinced that the parents had something to do with it, with Madeleine McCann. Let me look that. And look how cute she is. "2020 German prosecutors said Christian Bruckner, a 47-year-old German national lived in the Algarve region on and off for years, was the main suspect in her disappearance and presumed murder per the Times of London." Hmm. Well, this has been going on since 2020, so I'm just wondering what the deception detective thinks. Like, seems like this has been going on for a while, right? He was in court last week with fresh evidence. Wow, that's crazy. All right, guys. Yeah, nobody's correct 100%. When was the update of Dawn on the news? That was just like yesterday. Let me see. Yeah, 30 minutes ago it was posted on WJHL, but I know that some people were talking about their interview last night or something. The disruption detective. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. I might go ahead and switch over to my tarot channel and do some readings if anybody is interested. I have one to do at 9, but I have a couple hours, so new witnesses have come forward to snitch on him last year. Germany won't release new evidence as they intend to prosecute. And thank you, Giselle, so much for gifting the 5 memberships. I really, really appreciate that. I'll have to look into this Christian. It's crazy. So sad. All right, guys, I will talk.